In this video, we will be going through an overview of the GrantHub system. GrantHub is a low-cost, intuitive grants management solution where grant seekers can track application deadlines, task deadlines, documents, and even run reports. The tool will help you save time, feel confident you aren't missing important deadlines, and help you to spend more time and focus on your mission. So let's get started. When you first log into the GrantHub system, you will always be brought to the GrantHub dashboard. The dashboard is a quick snapshot that allows you to see opportunity and deadline information. As you can see here, you can quickly view how much funding you have sitting in each of the opportunity statuses for the current fiscal year, whether that's awarded, denied, open, or submitted. You can also quickly see how many overdue deadlines you have and what upcoming deadlines you have for your organization. In this example, we have 4 overdue deadlines currently that we need to manage, and we have 12 deadlines coming due in the next 30 days. Along with those components of the dashboard, each individual user who logs into the system has the ability to track their current deadlines through the My Deadlines section. Whether they are assigned a task or an opportunity, they will be able to see their top 10 deadlines that they need to accomplish right here by simply logging in. Now that we have explored the dashboard, let's really dive in. GrantHub really starts with tracking your funders who may have given you funding in the past, or even those who you are currently attempting to receive funding from, now and into the future. As you can see here, the Funders tab is a list of all the funders that you have entered into the system in alphabetical order. Let's look into what a funder record really looks like and what information you can track within the funder. In this case, we'll simply click into 3M Foundation. As you can see here, on the funder record itself, you have the ability to track information for funding organizations such as their areas of interest or funding focus, what type of organization they are, funder categories such as things like great fit, not a great fit, opportunistic fit, or even things like a new funder. You also have the ability to track information such as email address, website, or even a custom link to another system where you track information for this funder. On the right-hand side of the funder record, you have the ability to track things such as contacts or addresses. As you can see here as well, on contacts, you have the availability to mark a primary contact for those individuals at the organization that you need to primarily reach out to. Above the contacts and address section of each funder record, you will find a funder award summary. This funder award summary is completely driven off of opportunity data and specifically awarded and denied opportunities within the system. What this will show you is for the last 10 years, here's how you've done at receiving funding from this organization. Outside of the funder award summary, we also have several tabs where you can track other information for a funder. The first one is opportunities. Opportunities is where you will track each of the grant or other funding deadlines that you have for this particular funding organization. Tasks. This is where you will track information such as submission of LOIs, follow-up reports, or any general things that you need to get back to the funder. Notes. This is where you will track information such as conversations you've had with the funder or just important notes in general surrounding the funding organization or the opportunities within them. Funder documents. This is where you can track information such as the funder match worksheet, their annual report, and their board members list. Any other general document that you have on a funder can also be stored here. If you have specific opportunity type documents, there will be another place in this overview where I will show you that you can add that information. The 990s tab. The 990s tab allows you to quickly go in and see all of the 990s that Foundation Center has for this particular organization. And the GuideStar tab just quickly allows you to see this specific organization's GuideStar profile. Now that we've tracked a funder in the system and looked at a funder record, let's take a look at opportunities, how to add them, and what sort of fields you can track for them. As I've mentioned before, opportunities will be added to the system when you need to track things like grant deadlines. Each funder has their own opportunities tab, as we've pointed out before, and this is the area where you will be able to quickly see all of the opportunities that are in an open status for this particular funder. You can quickly switch this status filter here to view all, view those that have been submitted, decided, or even those that have just been awarded. Let's click into Add Opportunity now and show you how to add an opportunity. Within the system, Adding an opportunity is extremely easy. There's a few required fields that you need to fill out, and other than that, this is information that you should already have through the research of finding this grant. The first field here is going to be opportunity name. This allows you to name each of your individual opportunities so that when you look through a deadlines list within the system, you instantly know what grant this is referencing. You have the ability to quickly select what funder this particular opportunity needs to be attached to. If you click on Add Opportunity within the Funder Opportunities page, you can see here that the 3M Foundation has already been selected for me. Funder Contacts. You do have the ability to attach a funder contact very quickly to any opportunity for future use, such as if you're managing several different grant opportunities all at once, you may have a question on one, not know who to go to. This field allows you to see that exact information. The owner field on an opportunity will be the individual that you have added to the system from your organization who is responsible for the submission of this grant application. There can only be one owner on an opportunity. You have the ability to track the proposal deadline. If the proposal deadline is an open deadline and not a solid deadline set by the funder, then you simply select the proposal deadline that you would like and checkmark rolling deadline. What this will do is put an indicator on any deadlines page next to the opportunity proposal deadline right about here, allowing you to know those that are solid deadlines versus those that are open deadlines. The proposal deadline field, no matter what, is required because we will send 3 email notifications out of the system to the owner of the opportunity that this is coming due. Those go out 14 days before the deadline, 5 days before the deadline, and the day that the deadline is actually due, as long as the opportunity is in one of the 3 open statuses of either research, planned, or in progress. As soon as you move it to submitted, those email reminders will turn off. Along with those 3 email reminders that automatically go out of the system for any proposal deadline that is set, you do have the custom reminder lead days field where you can actually add a 4th reminder email as many days ahead of that opportunity deadline as you would like. So for example, if I wanted to set that 30 days before this specific deadline here is due, that Tammy would get an email, then I can do that very quickly here. Some of the other information that you can track within an opportunity is the funding type. This allows you to segment out exactly what this opportunity will go to fund within your organization, such as program funds, sponsorships for an event, general operating support, or capital campaign support. You can also take that a step further and actually put in the programs, events, or anything else that you are receiving funding for here in the categories field. This categories field is completely customizable and allows you to put things in like Keep Kids in School if that was a program that you had. If you're a consultant, you can put things in here like your client organization's names so that you can track exactly what opportunities belong to them, especially when you're running reports. The final piece of an opportunity really is going to be the status. It's always going to start within the research status, and then you will slowly bring it through the process as you actually submit the application and then get a decision back from the funder. One of the statuses I do want to explain just real quickly here is the status of awarded closed. Awarded closed is a status that we use for those grants that have been awarded and we have fulfilled everything that was required of us back to the funder as well as spent out all the funding. This is how within the system you can segment between those that have simply just been awarded and those that are completely done with. Once you have created an opportunity, you may be wondering what happens if this is a grant that I apply for every single year. You can simply click the Copy Opportunity button. By clicking this, you are simply taking the opportunity you've already created and copying it forward. When you click the Copy Opportunity button, it will put -copy on the end of it. You just have to take that off, rename it with the new year on the end of it, and you have your opportunity all set up for you. Of course, you may have to update things like the proposal deadline and the amount that you are requesting in the new year, but other than that, it'll be a very seamless process for creating your next opportunity to be able to track that deadline. What we're about to talk about, tasks, those will also copy forward if you have set any of them on the opportunity, and you also have the ability to select any tasks that you do not want to copy forward. Now that we've looked at adding a funder and adding an opportunity to the system, let's look at tracking some tasks for additional items that go along with the opportunity. To do that, you simply click into the Tasks tab for that specific opportunity. And you can see in here that we have things like submission of an LOI, work on a budget to attach to the application, review the final draft of the application, or even things that come after the opportunity has already been awarded, such as follow-up reports, quarterly reports, or even just the final end-of-the-year report. Basically, anything that has a deadline that goes along with the opportunity can be tracked as a task within the system. Adding a task is very similar to adding a funder or adding an opportunity. You simply just have to click the Add Task button. Once you click that, you will be brought into a form like this, which is very similar to an opportunity, just a much more condensed version with fields that have a slightly different purpose. You do have the ability to name the task, set what funder and opportunity it belongs to, select an owner within your organization that is responsible for this task, set a deadline to when it is due so that you can get the 3 automatic email reminders that you also get for opportunities, and even set a 4th reminder email. The final piece of a task is the ability to actually upload documents to the task. If this were submit LOI or work on budget, and once that individual has completed that, they can then take that document that they have and actually click on this button here, open the file system to their computer, and then drag and drop that file into the system for future use. The final piece of a task and an opportunity is going to be the Opportunity Documents tab. You can simply click into the Documents tab at any time to upload things to the opportunity specifically, such as the final draft of the application, an award letter, or any other document that goes along with the grant itself, as well as look at any tasks that you have uploaded documents to. This piece of the system is very important if you are working within a team and collaborating on a grant together. Once everybody has completed their tasks, you can simply click into the Documents tab, download any of those documents they have uploaded for you, and then submit the application. Now that we have added information for funders, opportunities, and tasks, we have the ability to click into the Deadlines tab and see any of that information. We can quickly see if we have any overdue deadlines and what those are, how many deadlines are assigned to each individual, and see when our deadlines are coming due for our opportunities and tasks all on one page. As you can see here, when we click into the Deadlines page, those 4 overdue deadlines I had on the dashboard all show here with exactly what they are, whether it's an opportunity or a task, who it's assigned to, what funder it belongs to, and when it was due. At this point, I can then clean up this information or go and talk to those individuals to make sure that we get these deadlines submitted on time or cleaned up now that they are overdue. If you want to view anything else besides those deadlines that you have that are open, you do have a status filter here where you can switch to View All, View Submitted, or even view those that have been decided. Now that we've tracked some information in the system and looked at the Deadlines page, let's look into a few resources that Grant Hub offers you. The first one here is Answer Library. This is a piece within the system where you can upload the answers to the common questions that you see on every grant application. You can upload answers such as file answers like Word documents, PDFs, or Excel sheets, as well as text answers. A text answer will be a text box type setup where you can just store your block of text, and it even has a character counter within it that allows you to see instantly if you fit within the character limit that the application has set. The final piece of the answer library that I want to mention is the ability to tag each answer. This allows you to segment out exactly what this answer belongs to and quickly search for them and export them out of the system when it is time to use them. After the answer library, we have the reporting tab as another resource. The reporting tab pulls information out of opportunities and tasks that you have created and allows you to drill down into them to get the exact information pulled out of the system that you want to see. We do have 5 canned reports in the system that you can quickly run. The first 4 that you are seeing here are opportunity type reports, and then we do have the tasks by status report to show you task information. When you select a report, it will not run anything instantly. Instead, we like you to be able to filter down to the very specific information you want to see first before running the report. Within here, you can quickly set a date range of what you want to see. Select either count or dollars. Filter by the specific owner of the opportunity or the task. Filter by a funder type. the funding type, the funder category, and that opportunity category, or those programs and events or other things you might be tracking within each opportunity. Once you set all the filters you want, you simply hit Display Report. And in this case, with the opportunity win percentage report, we're going to get a quick pie chart that shows us how much we've been awarded so far in 2017 versus how much we've been denied. And right below each report that you run will be all the Excel type data that went into building it, so that you have data to back up what you found. After the reporting tab, we do have a resources tab within the system that you can quickly click into. And these are just 3 resources that we offer you that we hope will help you in some way in your grant seeking efforts. The first tab here is going to be the links tab. This is very similar to a bookmarks bar within a web browser, and it just allows you to quickly input the links to the common systems that you use outside of Grant Hub, so all the users you add to the system can quickly link to those. If you do start a trial of the Grant Hub system, you will notice that 10 of these will be pre-populated in there. These are just for examples. If you do not use them, you do have the ability to get rid of them to add the ones that you commonly use. The 990 Finder. This is for if you are in the initial stages of researching a funder, and it allows you to simply type in an organization that you may want to find 990 data on, search for them, and then it will bring you to Foundation Center's website where you can see the most recent 990s for that organization and gather all that great information. If we go back to the system, you'll notice the final resource we offer you is who funded this organization. If you were to know of another organization that is very similar to yours, let's say you were a Big Brothers Big Sisters type program, and so Thrive here in Bozeman, Montana would be very similar to you because they focus on childhood development. You could search for that other organization, such as Thrive. You could view their GuideStar profile really quickly just to make sure that you are a very similar organization. Look at things like their mission statement, their programs that they typically carry out, things like that. Or you could view their past funders. What this does is it uses Foundation Center's 990 data to compile a list of those funders who have claimed in the last few years to have given Thrive funding and how much funding they have given them. What this really allows you to do is look through this list, find any organizations, 1, that you may not have known existed, and 2, funders who you never thought would give funding to an organization like yours. Once you find one that you did not know of before, you can actually import them directly into your funders list within Grant Hub and create that funder record for them. This has been a quick overview of the Grant Hub system. If you have any further questions, please reach out to us and we'd be willing to talk to you.